Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Wilhelm Scream, and welcome back to another day in Destiny 2 for some more Destiny 2 news and Beyond Light Season of the Splicer intel. And today, of course, is Friday once again, and we have our Friday update. XUR has returned, Trials of Osiris has returned. So I'm going to take you through all the info regarding those two things, as well as a power farm, spoils farm, some info on the Grandmaster Nightfall this week, as well as a possible new secret exotic that will be coming into the game. We'll cover some stuff that the gunsmith is selling, as well as Spider. But before we get into all that information, I just want to remind everybody I'm still doing the giveaway on my YouTube channel at 50,000 subscribers. All you have to do to be entered into that giveaway is like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn on all the post notifications, that bell that's right next to the big red subscribe button, and follow me on Instagram or Twitter. They'll be linked in the description box down below. And as always, if you stick around till the end of this video, I'll have a secret hashtag you can leave in the comment section to be entered into that giveaway a second time for this video. And remember, those secret hashtags stack between all videos. So if you haven't done this on a previous piece of content on this channel, why not go back, check out another video, and of course, do it again. Today, XUR can be found in the tower hangar. If you're having trouble finding him, that was because he is glitched a little bit. Fairly common thing. All you have to do is go back to orbit, reload into the tower, and he should be there. Today, he is selling the Huckleberry. This is a submachine gun at 750. Pretty good in PvE meta at the moment, though it is for a kinetic spot. You do get rampage and kills, reload, partial mag, so that's always a good thing. For the hunter, we have the Knucklehead Radar, which is an old D1 exotic, actually the first exotic I ever got in D1. 62 total roll, not that great, provides radar while you're aiming, enhanced radar while crouching. We have the Antius Wards for the Titan class with a 65 total roll, kind of a PvE layout as far as the stats are concerned. Sliding reflects projectiles, if you didn't know. As I said, a 65 total roll, nothing too great as far as these two are concerned so far. And then for the for the Warlock class, we have the Chromatic Fire, which is a 62 roll once again, not that great. Fairly even distribution as far as stats are concerned. Kinetic, precision final blows create elemental explosions while using a light subclass. This used to be really good for PvE when you would pair it with the Ace of Spades. Also pretty good for PvP in some cases. We also have the exotic Cipher. Remember, if you have an exotic Cipher, you will not be able to pick up an exotic Cipher. Exotic Ciphers are needed if you want to buy exotics from the kiosk. So if you don't have one and you're looking to maybe get the Anarchy, this is going to be something you're going to need. And of course, you have the free exotic Ingram for the day. Also, remember that if you are still trying to level up a second or third character, you can buy any of these on your main character once you're past 310 and transfer them over, and they'll give that second character a power bump. I know a lot of people play on all three characters, but the same amount probably don't. So it's a good reason to level up a second character. And that's it for XUR today. Let's just hop over to see St. 14 for a moment. This week's Trials map is the Dead Cliffs. And for the 3-win bounty, he has the Messenger. So, kind of free messengers this week, or this weekend. The Messenger is a pretty good pulse rifle, I think, for PvP and PvE. So, definitely worth picking up, definitely worth playing Trials this weekend. 5 wins, 7 wins, and Flawless were not known at the time I made this video, but they will be listed in the description box down below at the time of posting. The Dead Cliffs are kind of a weird map, another one of those Earth-based maps. There used to be quite a few glitchy spots in it, but I think Bungie has done a fairly good job in fixing most of those. So even for the novice player, because there is some sniping lanes as well as some close quarters areas, I think a fusion rifle would probably be good. I always recommend using Bastion if you're a novice. Just wanted to head over to the gunsmith really quick to see what he is selling upgrade modules for today. We have Data Lattice as well as Etheric Spiral, and Etheric Spiral is for sale from Spider for legendary shards. So it's a great exchange for upgrade modules today. The Spider is also selling Barium Boughs for legendary shards, which are a great thing to stock up on if you don't have them, because you are going to need some of them if you want to buy things like the Sleeper Simulant, which will be getting a buff soon. All linear fusion rifles, I believe, are going to be getting a buff. And I still think that for straight damage, this is actually one of the best raid exotics. And I think we'll get more use once it gets that buff, or maybe some changes are made to the raid, the Vault of Glass. Overall, a great exotic to have, so if you don't have it, remember you can go get some Barium Boughs and an exotic cipher today for this particular weapon, as well as some of the others I'm sure that are listed in here. Yep, what do we got? The Whisper of the Worm, always a good one to have. So let's make sure to head over there. Now, if you are looking to get the Anarchy, which I know everybody always is, you're going to need a few things as listed. Glimmer, Spoils of Conquest, which are the thing that everybody's always lusting after. Another exotic cipher, so remember, if you don't have one, get one from XUR this weekend. But just a brief lowdown on some spoil farms that you can still take advantage of. I've gotten a few messages asking if certain things were patched, as some people might not have been able to do them, but they in fact haven't been patched. So I am talking, of course, the first one would be for the Kali encounter in the Last Wish raid, and the Morgoth encounter in the Last Wish raid. The Kali encounter, you can use a out-of-map glitch to get to the actual encounter, and then actually kill the boss without taking any damage to yourself, or at least you will take damage, but you will not be wiped. So you can just burn down the boss solo. You can do this on all three characters. I'll have the video for that linked in the top right corner or at the end of this video if you're looking for more specifics on how to do that particular glitch, but it's fairly easy and you can do it on all three characters. That'll net you 3 spoils per character. I have tried deleting a character and doing it again, didn't seem to work. You do get loot though every single time, but because it's a boss kill and it's an old raid, you'll only get 3, unfortunately. You can still glitch into the Vault of Glass raid and get that first raid chest on all 3 characters, that first secret chest. That'll get you 5 per character. There's even a glitch that allows you to get the second and third secret chests, though it's a little bit more difficult, but still something you can try. That video for all of that information will also be linked top right corner of this video, or at the end. And for power, if that's something you're going for, outside of spoils, if you're just trying to get a few extra power for the Grandmaster this week, or any Grandmaster coming up in the remainder of the season, the Old Harbinger glitch is still working. And I did make a video about this earlier, I think maybe last week or the end of last week. Basically, the Pinnacle that you get rewarded from the Harbinger, as well as the Presage exotic quest up here, can be repeated if you are willing to delete a character. The Presage takes a little bit longer because you actually have to do some more campaign missions to actually open up the Tangled Shore before you can go up here and actually have access to it. But the Harbinger is available as soon as you complete the starting mission for any new character, which is fairly simple, and you can breeze through in a matter of 3 minutes if you just run straight through. So that allows you to load back into the Harbinger and continually get Pinnacles. You'll also get a Hawk Moon every single time you do, but you'll get that anyway. So just remember, those things are still working. The Grandmaster, as I said, if you're looking for some extra power, this week's Grandmaster is the Insight Terminus. And there is a very easy glitch for the Insight Terminus if you're just trying to get that Pinnacle for the 100k that you can do in matchmaking, actually at 1280. This revolves around just making sure that you kill all the enemies, all the champions, and then at the very end, before you actually start the boss encounter, before you actually float down to the platform where the boss will eventually spawn, there will be a Hydra surrounded by numerous Minotaurs. If you do damage to the Hydra before it explodes and kills the Minotaurs, you will get points for the Hydra as well as any Minotaur that you also shoot. So just make sure that you get at least one shot into as many of them as possible, because once that Hydra explodes, you'll get points for the Hydra as well as all the Minotaurs it kills. In general, you can get about 5,000 extra points just from that one spot, which will put most people over the top. If you've taken out all the champions, you'll have about 15 minutes before you start losing points and 17 minutes before you actually stop being able to gain points. So usually you'll have about 5 minutes left to just farm up as many more kills as you need, or points that you need. Just don't kill the boss right away. Farm up as many kills as you need to up until that 15-minute point, and then you can kill the boss, knowing you still have another 2 minutes where you'll still be able to get points, but you'll start losing them. After 17 minutes, you cannot gain any more points altogether. For the Grandmaster, there is a few easy cheese spots, one for the two for the boss actually, and one for the phase before the boss, which gets a lot of people tripped up. It's in a very small quarters room where you'll see those big statues of Minotaurs surrounding you. You can actually get up on top of those Minotaur statues and fire down at the champions that come through. That's a part that I know a lot of people have trouble with. The great thing about this particular encounter is that the boss will not actually have champions spawn with it. So all you really need to worry about is killing the boss and avoiding the ads. So there's some good places for that too. Check out my last video about the Grandmaster if you're looking for more information about that specifically. And then a couple other things. Just possibly we're going to be getting a new exotic quest before the season ends. I don't know if this is going to be tied to the expunge or not. You would think it would, because that's something we've been doing, but it is part of the Season of the Splicer sort of campaign progression. So there is a way to get under the new Elixni Quarter, which is the old Scourge of the Past raid or boss encounter area. And you've been able to find, or we've been able to find, or people have been able to find, you can check out my last video, I went down there, a new Vex portal, which has a relic inside, or excuse me, an oracle inside that you can actually do damage to. So this is a new element. Once you glitch under the map, you'll find that the old Scourge of the Past raid is still there. It would be great if they brought that back in some way, because I did love that raid. But in any case, you can watch my last video if you want to know exactly what's down there, or just see where we might be headed as far as some clues are concerned. There's also these data pads that are scattered throughout that whole boss area, the old boss encounter area, that look like they're going to have something to do with an exotic quest. But we don't know if it's going to be for a weapon, maybe it'll be for a ship, or maybe a ghost. But I think they'll do something at least a little bit more exciting than that. But that's going to be it for all the information in today's video. Thank you all so much for watching all the way to the end. If you've made it this far, please remember to leave a hashtag XUR, or a hashtag Trials of Osiris, or a hashtag Beyond Light, or a hashtag Season of the Splicer in the comment section down below to be entered into that giveaway a second time for this video. And as always, I am Wilhelm Scream. Of course, we will see you next time. Little.